This is Mountainview Conservation Area. And just to give you an idea as to potential terrain anyways. So we can either go straight up, which we're not going to do, or we're going to continue on and det them their way and deal with the up later, right?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
So after the winery, it was pretty much roadside walking for roughly a kilometer. And then we deked into the conservation area parking lot and right into the muck. Okay, so as much as I want views, I'm going to put you away because I don't really want to go down face first in this stuff. So, yeah. Muck. All right. Oh, actually, it's cleaning up here, so keep going. There we go. Quite the rock face. Definite signs of spring with little shoots coming out. So still kind of pebbly, but not too bad terrain wise. But that will, I think, soon change. Well, that's cool. Indeed. Up and down. Hello! Really bad special effects. But they're free, so I'm going to use them. So we're still making our way through the Mountainview Conservation Area. And I saw a flash of a blue side trail sign. So I'm not sure if that's the other end of the side trail that we saw earlier, but we shall soon see. Very mucky in here today. Oh, don't think it's collecting anything.
Nope.
Not with a hole in the bottom. Trying to navigate this muck. Oh, actually, gravel is good. Unless that's a second side trail, that could be. So that goes up, and this Beamsville Bench side trail. So just another little tidbit of trail. So we're still making our way through the aftermath of sorts of Mountainview Conservation Area, although I think we're past the green part. But as Rob kind of pointed out, and when you see your signs as you enter the Bruce Trail from different perspectives, it will give you warnings that, you know, hike at your own risk, there are dangers, etc., and they are not necessarily wildlife. So case in point, you can actually see how we're about to pass by here. And even though it's still a comfortable, you know, amount of space here, that is quite the drop. So do be careful if you're hiking the Bruce Trail. Do have fun. Do take lots of pictures. Do get back in one piece. Yeah, lots of places to twist your ankle. Lots of crevices and holes in the rock. So that goes, yeah, so much for going down side trail. But it would be really cool to check out that little plateau. This rock here could easily get quite slick. But I'm sure you all know what you're doing when you're out on the trail, right? Okay. All right, so just gonna zoom in a little bit. Check out that rock face. A little trickle of water. All right, folks, so we just did some road walking and came down Ridge Road. And this is now 30 Mile Creek and Falls. And get a log box. Now, when I came through the first time, this was my first log box, but Rob and I came across one earlier. I think on day 1 or 2. Very, very nice. See if we can't get a better shot. So, probably would have been nicer without the drainage pipe, but oh well. Yeah, it definitely has a sewer-y kind of smell to it. More drainage than runoff. Just a little bit of water. So we're gonna have a little bit of a break to take some photos and sign the logbook, and then we'll get on our way very shortly. Well, folks, we are a little bit more than halfway between our 30 Creek Road, I think it is, and that's to our back here. And we're coming through across some farm fields. Looks like we're out of the vineyard area for the time being, at least. And up ahead is Park Road. So we're a little bit more than halfway between those two. And right to our right hand side there and up ahead is Grimsby, which is also our destination for the day, as the border between the Niagara section and the Iroquoia section is essentially right smack dab in the middle of Grimsby. And there's a little side trail that will take us to a parking lot, so we'll jump off trail, take the side trail, get to the parking lot, and pick up an Uber from there, take us back to Cave Springs. And just wanted to show you some of the trail here. So it's a little rocky, a little pebbly, some tree roots, of course, so you have to watch where you're going. Not much in the way of crevices, but we're kind of hugging this midpoint on the escarpment here. And we had a couple puds already, so we had to climb up and climb partially up and then down again. So, true definition of pud. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So, yeah, so I think last time I checked the map, we had 5.5 kilometers to go to the border between the clubs, and that was a few hundred meters ago. So maybe another hour and a half, give or take, and we'll be done for the day. And at least it's later in the season and we have more sunlight, so it's not a mad rush to finish for the day. And we did take our time with taking pictures and video and things of that nature. So all in all, good day, and more to come as we get through the rest of this trail. Stay tuned, folks, more to come. All right, folks, so we just crossed and came up Ridge Road, no, Park Road for Grimsby, and we have about 3 kilometers left of our day. But we had a little bit of a, well, side view of sorts, because we have this nice little path of really cute little purple flowers, which I'm about to show you now. See how close I can get here? Very cute. And they are all the way down our path here. So if anybody knows what kind of flowers this is, leave that in the comment section below. Thank you very much. And of course, more to come. All right, folks, so we are in the last little stretch here, and as you can see, we can see quite the sign of civilization and Lake Ontario in the background there. And it was somewhat technical on the way here. Like, it's still hugging like the midpoint of the escarpment here. This is probably the easiest going part of the trail for the last maybe what, kilometer?
Yeah, I got a kilometer to left, I think.
Yeah. No, but like the kilometer pass, like this is probably the easiest out of the bit. Yeah, okay. So what we were kind of experiencing up to this point was like walking on rock edge, as well as flat rock. So it was kind of hard on the feet, and obviously you had to watch where you're going. And there were a few up and downs, and even here, like, there's loose stuff, there was some mucky stuff and some slippery stuff, all kinds of stuff. So a little slow going for the last 1 to 2 kilometers here. So now we're just looking for the sign for the side trail to take us to the parking lot. Almost. Again, would love the views, but I would prefer not to do that on camera. Anyways, so sun is starting to set, giving us a nice little light display of sorts. It's kind of hard to see the escarpment edging or outcropping because of the sun, but maybe if yeah, it's all covered by trees. So yeah. All right, folks, so we're probably going to do a last little bit when we get to the end. But just as a reminder, hit that like, subscribe, bell buttons. More to come. And as always, hope to see you out on the trail. Questions, concerns, and comments, put those in the comment section below. You can also hit my website at trilliumhikes.ca. Here's some gear lists, other adventures, pictures, some information on hiking and backpacking, and a way to get in touch with me as well. So until then, last little bit, here we go. All right, folks, so we are within 2 kilometers of our destination, and we are coming across a nice little runoff mini waterfall of sorts in a bridge. Very, very nice. All right, Rob, we are at 40 Mile Creek, and this is officially, semi-officially, marks the border between the Niagara section and the Iroquoia section. You have accomplished your first Bruce Trail section.
Hooray!
Bring on the badge.
Bring on the badge.
Oh, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Ooh. Oh, coming in for a landing.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, great, yourself?
Hey there, folks. So, as you can tell, I've changed. We made it back to Cave Springs and back to the car and to some clean clothes. So the tally so far, at least according to my AllTrails recording, was just over 19 kilometers. And that was from Cave Springs Conservation Area to basically just a little bit past the boundary between Niagara section and Iroquoia section, and then there was like a little bit of a side trail to take us to the parking lot. So yeah, luckily we were able to get an Uber very, very quick. And Rob and I were kind of joking to each other that at least it took us a little bit more time to get back to the car, and there was like a 15-kilometer car ride versus like, you know, like a 4-minute and you're back at the car. It's like hard to justify that over a, you know, a 6.5 hour hike or something. So anyway, so it's it's about 6:45, so it was an all-day adventure. We probably started hiking at about what, 10 or so?
10 o'clock, yeah.
So yeah, long day, a lot of mud, a few minor slips, but at least no fatalities, so that's always a good thing. And as usual, folks, the link to the recording for AllTrails will be in the video description below, as well as some other details and particulars that you may need for your own adventure out on the Bruce Trail. And as always, questions, concerns, blah, 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 you know what to do. And as always, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and as always, also open. I'm tired, leave me alone, man. Hope to see you out on the trail, folks. Until then, see you next time.